The story begins with a powerful wizard named Master Gregory, a man who had spent his entire life fighting the forces of darkness. Many years ago, he faced one of the most dangerous creatures on Earth, a ruthless witch named Mother Malkin. In a terrifying and brutal battle, Gregory imprisoned her deep underground, locking her away with his powerful magic. But such deep darkness can never be contained forever. 30 years passed, and one night, the moon turned blood red, a night that multiplies the power of dark magic. On that very night, Mother Malkin finally broke free from her prison. Meanwhile, we see Gregory living all alone, exhausted and broken from decades of fighting evil. Just then, his apprentice rushed in, terrified, and delivered terrible news. In a nearby village, a young girl was possessed by a witch's dark spirit. The terrified villagers had locked her inside a church because absolutely no one had the courage to go near her. At first, Gregory tried to put it off, saying they could handle it in the morning. But the moment his apprentice revealed that the possessing spirit was Mother Malkin, Gregory immediately geared up. Grabbing his weapons, he set out to confront the dark spirit. Inside the church, Gregory approached the trembling girl and placed a silver locket around her neck. Silver, the purest metal known to be lethal to dark magic. The girl let out a deafening scream, and the witch's spirit was ripped out of her body. Then, in a swirling tornado of black smoke and fire, Mother Malkin revealed her true monstrous form, a massive dragon-like creature made of shadows and flames. The apprentice threw a magical net, desperately trying to restrain her. But Malkin proved to be far too powerful. She smashed through the church walls, dragging the screaming apprentice with her. Together, the master and apprentice fought her with everything they had. They cornered her and pushed her into a magical cage built to contain the most dangerous creatures. But just as Gregory was about to lock the cage, Malkin struck with her tail, violently crushing the apprentice. Gregory screamed at her to stop, but she didn't listen, her voice echoing with pure rage. Seeing no other way, Gregory raised his staff and unleashed a fireball, igniting the entire cage. The fire burned with holy power, but Malkin emerged even stronger than before, shattering the cage and soaring into the open sky. The poor young apprentice was caught in the magical flames, burning to death before Gregory could even save him. Helpless and heartbroken, Gregory screamed in anger, vowing that one day he would absolutely destroy Mother Malkin. After this, we see a very special boy named Tom living in a village. Tom could see strange things that were completely invisible to everyone else. His dreams were constantly haunted by fire, darkness, and the terrifying face of Mother Malkin. One day, a mysterious guest arrived at his farm, the legendary Master Gregory himself. He asked Tom's mother a direct but frightening question. "Which one is your seventh son?" Tom's mother hesitated for a moment, but finally pointed toward her youngest boy. Gregory nodded, stating that he needed a new apprentice to hunt witches and creatures of the dark. In exchange, he handed Tom's father a heavy pouch filled with gold coins. Despite some hesitation, Tom's father agreed, believing Gregory could offer his son a much better life. Before Tom left, his mother met him in secret. With profound sadness, she handed him a small silver locket embedded with a red stone, telling him it would protect him from evil. There was a hidden sorrow in her eyes, as if she knew a dark secret she couldn't share. Tom accepted it, unaware of how crucial this gift would soon become. Meanwhile, far away in the crumbling ruins of her ancient mountain fortress, Mother Malkin arrived to regain her power. Her sister Victoria lay broken and weak after years of torture. Using her dark magic, Malkin healed her sister and began rebuilding her terrifying army. The fortress, once a desolate ruin, resurrected with dark energy. The Queen of Witches had returned, and this time, she was determined to unleash absolute hell upon the world. As Master Gregory and his new apprentice Tom began their journey, they arrived at a crowded town. Gregory, being fond of drinking, told Tom to explore the city while he grabbed a few drinks. While wandering through the bustling market, Tom heard a loud commotion. The townsfolk had captured a young, dark-haired girl, completely convinced she was a witch, and they planned to burn her before sunset. Tom pushed through the angry mob and froze the moment he saw her face. He recognized her instantly. not from this world, but from his dreams. For some unexplainable reason, he felt a strange magnetic pull towards her. Listening to his instincts, he stepped forward and announced to the crowd that he was Master Gregory's apprentice, and only he could deal with this witch. The villagers were terrified, but hearing Master Gregory's name, they backed away. The girl looked at Tom with calm, mysterious eyes. "My name is Alice," she whispered. There was something about her presence that was both beautiful and incredibly dangerous. She vanished into the crowd, promising they would meet again. Alice returned to her home, which turned out to be none other than Mother Malkin's dark fortress. Alice quietly walked inside, where her Aunt Malkin welcomed her. Victoria then revealed that Alice was her own daughter. When Mother Malkin first saw her niece, she called Alice her little spy, thinking she would be useful for their dark cause. But Alice was entirely different from the rest. Deep down, she absolutely despised the cruelty and bloodlust that ruled her family. Even though darkness flowed in her blood, she was strictly against harming any innocent soul. Meanwhile, Gregory and Tom ventured deeper into a forest filled with thick fog and eerie whispers. As night fell, Tom grew extremely restless. Suddenly, he collapsed to the ground, gripped by another violent vision. Flashes of fire, monsters, and the red glow of a full moon rushed before his eyes. When he finally woke up, it was morning, and he found himself lying inside a small wooden boat. Gregory was resting nearby with his loyal companion Tusk. As soon as Tom woke up, only one thought crossed his mind. "How long do I have to be your apprentice?" Gregory looked at him deadly serious and replied, "Until the next full moon." He explained that Mother Malkin was growing stronger with every passing night, and when the full moon rises, her power will be absolute. If they don't defeat her before then, no force on Earth will be able to stop her. They soon arrived at one of Gregory's secret hideouts. Gregory went outside for a walk, leaving Tom to explore the cabin. He found a locked door and, completely ignoring his master's warnings, decided to peek inside. The room was engulfed in darkness, holding a strange suit of armor. Without realizing it, Tom accidentally freed a deadly shape-shifting demon. The demon instantly attacked, throwing Tom across the room like a rag doll. No matter how hard he fought, he was entirely powerless against this unknown entity. Just as the creature was about to crush him, Gregory rushed in with blinding speed and skill, killing the demon permanently. Furious, he glared at Tom and yelled, "You'll get yourself killed playing like this, and one day you'll get me killed too." Magical creatures are incredibly dangerous, and if you aren't prepared, they will tear you apart. From that exact moment, Gregory began Tom's brutal training. He taught him how to fight, how to wield magical weapons, and how to strike with precision and control. Tom learned how to track dark magic and protect himself from a witch's spell. The days were long and exhausting, but Gregory knew they had absolutely no time left. The blood moon was drawing closer every single day. Meanwhile, at the mountain fortress, Mother Malkin's army was multiplying rapidly. She summoned dark spirits, demonic assassins, and lethal creatures of the night. Her dark power was spreading across the land like a violent storm, but not everyone in her kingdom followed her blindly. Alice felt terribly trapped. On one side was the pure evil of her family, and on the other, the glimpse of goodness she had seen in Tom. Unable to suppress her heart, she finally decided to meet Tom again. When they reunited, she told him the bitter truth. She was a witch, Victoria's daughter, and Mother Malkin's niece. But she desperately insisted that she wasn't like them. Her feelings for Tom were genuine, and she warned him about the catastrophic danger approaching. Tom was deeply conflicted, but his heart chose to trust Alice. Following this, the two grew incredibly close. The very next day, a nearby king sent an urgent summon for Master Gregory. The king reported that a monstrous creature had attacked his kingdom. 300 soldiers tried to capture it, but only a handful survived, and those few finally managed to trap it inside an iron cage. The people were terrified. Gregory agreed to kill the beast, but demanded a massive amount of gold in return. Once the deal was struck, Gregory calmly approached the cage, while Tom watched nervously from behind. Gregory pulled out a pouch filled with glowing silver dust and threw it directly onto the creature. The beast let out a blood-curdling scream. Its thick hide melted away, revealing its true identity. It was a powerful demon that had shapeshifted into a ferocious bear. Reverting to its true form, it launched a devastating attack on Gregory. Gregory fought back fiercely with his magical staff, but the demon was exceptionally strong and was simultaneously using dark magic. However, working together, the master and apprentice finally overpowered the beast. In the final moment, Gregory unleashed a massive fireball from his staff, burning the demon alive. Afterwards, Gregory angrily yelled at Tom, "Why did you hesitate? Your hesitation could have cost someone their life. You had a clear shot to kill it." Tom tried to explain that if he could subdue a creature without killing it, he didn't feel it was right to take its life. But Gregory refused to listen. In sheer frustration and anger, he walked away, leaving Tom standing all alone. Hiding in the crowd, Alice had witnessed everything. Seeing Tom's pure goodness made her feel entirely different. Until now, she believed all humans just wanted to eradicate magical creatures without understanding them. But Tom gave her a completely new perspective. She saw how pure his heart was, and she couldn't stop herself from falling in love with him. After this, Tom and Alice grew closer than ever. They spent the night together, a night where Tom couldn't sleep a wink. His dreams were flooded with terrifying visions, burning skies, demonic beasts, and Mother Malkin's surging power. He woke up in a cold sweat and rushed to find Gregory. Gregory was sitting in dead silence, filled with deep regret. He decided it was finally time to reveal the truth. He explained that Mother Malkin wasn't always evil. She was once a powerful, kind, and magnificent sorceress, and Gregory had once loved her deeply. But her obsession with immortality drove her to absolute madness. When he tried to stop her, she turned against him, embraced the darkness, and became the monster she is today. Gregory's voice trembled with guilt as he confessed that he once thought he could save her, but now all he can do is destroy what she has become. Their quiet moment didn't last long. A new horror emerged from the shadows of the forest, a demonic creature that hunted purely by scent. It lunged at them with terrifying speed, tracking their every move. Gregory screamed at Tom to run, but the creature simply wouldn't stop. Left with no choice, both of them leaped off a high cliff and crashed into a roaring waterfall. The rapid current washed away their scent, but the monster dove into the water right after them. Tom drew his sword and faced the beast head-on. After a brutal, violent struggle, Tom landed a lethal strike, killing the monster. For the first time, Gregory looked at him with a hint of pride. But suddenly, Alice's mother, Victoria, appeared out of nowhere, aiming her sword straight for Tom's heart. But the moment her blade touched Tom's locket, a blinding flash of light erupted. It was the same locket his mother had given him before he left home. Victoria was utterly shocked seeing the locket. She whispered in disbelief, "This stone is..." and frantically retreated into the shadows. Poor Tom had absolutely no idea what had just happened. Holding the locket, he ran straight to Gregory. When Gregory saw it, his eyes widened in sheer disbelief. He carefully took it in his hands and revealed that it was no ordinary amulet. It was Mother Malkin's own talisman. It possessed unimaginable power that could make Malkin immortal forever. Then, he revealed a truth that shook Tom to his core. Years ago, another witch had stolen this locket from Malkin, which was the only reason Gregory was able to imprison her the first time. Gregory looked Tom in the eye and said, "That witch is your mother." Tom's heart sank. Meanwhile, high up in her mountain fortress, Mother Malkin felt the pull of her talisman. She knew it was close, and she knew exactly who had it. She turned to Alice and began poisoning her mind with cruel words. "Do you really think he will love you once he knows what you truly are? That human will do to you exactly what Gregory did to me." Then, Malkin gave Alice a horrifying ultimatum. "Bring me the talisman, and I will spare Tom's life. If you don't, he will be the first one I kill." Torn violently between love and loyalty, Alice set out to find Tom. As soon as Alice left the fortress, Mother Malkin unleashed her absolute fury alongside her sister Victoria and a massive army of dark monsters. She descended upon Tom's town like a storm of death. Her army tore through the streets, setting everything ablaze and slaughtering anyone in their path. Seeing innocent people dying, Tom's mother refused to run. Gathering all her magical strength, she confronted one of Malkin's demonic soldiers, a massive, terrifying, lizard-like creature. With pure courage, she managed to kill the beast, but her bravery came at a horrific price. Witnessing this rebellion, Mother Malkin boiled with rage. Tom's mother tried to defend herself, but she was absolutely powerless against Malkin's dark magic. In a fit of ruthless fury, Malkin brutally murdered Tom's mother. Meanwhile, deep in the mountains, Alice finally found Tom and Master Gregory. But Gregory immediately stepped in front of Tom, warning him in a cold voice that he could never trust her, because witches always bring death. Despite the warning, Tom walked closer to Alice. In an emotional embrace, he assured her that he still fully believed in her goodness. But while they were locked in that embrace, Alice secretly stole the locket, the one thing keeping Malkin from regaining her absolute power. Tom let her run off into the dark forest, but the moment Tom realized the locket was gone, the betrayal hit him like a knife. He chased after her, screaming, "Why did you do this?" But suddenly, Radu appeared before him, Malkin's deadliest demonic warrior. The creature attacked without an ounce of mercy, swinging his massive sword with lethal force. Tom fought back with everything he had, but Radu's raw power was completely overwhelming him. In that terrifying clash, Radu knocked Tom straight off the edge of a steep cliff. He survived the fall by crashing through tree branches, but was knocked completely unconscious. Radu then captured Gregory and dragged him away, like a prisoner towards Malkin's dark fortress. While lying unconscious, Tom began dreaming again. Visions of fire, destruction, and Malkin's reign of terror flashed before his eyes. But then, a soft, warm light emerged from the darkness. His mother's spirit appeared, glowing and peaceful. She knelt beside him and whispered softly, "Do not be afraid, my son. You carry my power within you. You can defeat her." Her words filled his soul with warmth and incredible courage. When Tom finally opened his eyes, he was alive, and something inside him had permanently changed. His fear was completely replaced by an unbreakable resolve. With the help of his loyal companion Tusk, he stood up and began his final march toward Mother Malkin's fortress. Meanwhile, inside the dark castle, Alice handed the stolen locket back to Mother Malkin. Malkin welcomed it with a chilling smile and immediately began mocking Gregory, who was chained helplessly before her. But just as Malkin was about to execute him, she revealed a horrifying truth to Alice. It wasn't Gregory who killed her father. It was Victoria, on Malkin's direct orders. This dark revelation shattered Alice's heart. Realizing her entire life was built on a foundation of lies, she completely turned against her mother. Just as Malkin raised her weapon to strike Gregory, Alice lunged forward from her throat.